Welcome to Loose Lips, the oral tradition, the show where two unhinged storytellers attempt human connection in this batshit crazy world.
I'm Adrienne Marquand.
I'm Alexandra Dean Grossi.
Today we're chatting with someone way too charismatic to stay under the radar.
Becky Stout. Whether it's recommending her favorite French pastries or their deep thoughts on musical theater choreography, they bring the kind of dazzling energy we love around here.
So grab your electrolytes, get cozy, and let's get to know Becky Stout.
Because trust us, you'll want to.
What's a surprising fact about you?
I feel like where I live right now, I'm just a very regular mom. And, my street is full of 39 regular moms. We're all in the same group chat. And we're all just talking about potty training and chicken nuggets and temper tantrums. But I think probably most of them don't know my whole past career as a dancer. And my pinnacle achievement that I'm really proud of is becoming a Radio City Rockette. It took me 9 years of auditioning 14 times. And I feel really proud of that too, that it wasn't something that was just handed to me or that came easily. I worked my tail off. I never gave up. I tried to get better and better each year and each time. And it is, besides becoming a mom, my greatest achievement, my greatest professional achievement was becoming a Rockette.
I brag about you to people. I'm like, well, my friend is a Rockette.
It's what I have.
It's amazing. I mean, you have so many beautiful, amazing, wonderful traits, but that's just a fun one that like everybody understands. It's like one of those, not everybody understands every achievement, but
Yeah.
most people have at least heard of the Rockettes or Radio City Music Hall. So that's just like a thing where everybody can kind of go, whoa, that's cool.
Making it was awesome. Surviving the job was awesome. It was so hard.
Wow.
300 kicks per show, sometimes 4 shows a day, or a weekend would be 4 shows, 3 shows, 4 shows. Definitely needed ice baths at the end of every day, just like NFL football players. So that was the hardest I've ever worked in my life.
I love that you know how many kicks per show.
Yeah, I used to know how many calories we burned. It was something like, I think it was like 1,400 or 1,500
Per show.
per show. So I could not eat enough. And it sounds great, but it was actually hard to eat enough. And the only time in my life that I've had to keep food by my bed, because you would wake up in the middle of the night hungry and it's kind of like, it makes you kind of mad because you're like, I'm actually really tired, but now I have to get up and eat because my body needs food, but I'm tired. Such a silly little thing. I had one friend the night before a 4-show day, she would eat an entire ice cream cake just to get calories to I mean, I'm not saying all of us ate ice cream cakes every day, but it is interesting
but
to
it's an
have a
example.
career where your body is in a fishbowl and everybody sees it and judges it first at an audition, and you sign contracts that I will remain the same weight, and you get weighed and measured, and you have to take pictures sometimes of just like, okay, I still am what I told you I would be, or I won't change my hair color, I won't get a suntan, I won't get a piercing, I won't get a tattoo, I won't snow ski. That was in some of our contracts.
But worth it to have
Totally.
experience.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What is a happy moment you think about often?
When I was a little girl, we lived in Northern California. I have 2 big brothers, and they're 9 and 11 years older than me. And we had a boat. And one of my favorite childhood memories was my whole family together before they left for college and my parents got divorced and everything changed. Just when we were all together on the boat in the middle of a lake in the sunshine, eating salami and cheese sandwiches and Cheetos and Coke and swimming. I just felt like this is life.
The way you were describing that, Becky, it felt like so iconic 90s, like childhood. Just no, not a cell phone in sight. Just
That's one of my favorite memories.
That is so sweet. I hope you're able to create that type of memory with your little ones now.
The protective mom in me is like, ooh, water, they don't know how to swim. But then I go back to those memories and I'm like, no, this is important. We need to be on boats. We need to go in the ocean. They're still learning how to swim. That's important. But yeah, my husband now surfs and sails. So sometimes we take boats out in the harbor here and just look for dolphins. And I acknowledge that I idealize it. In my mind, it was every day in the summer. It was this perfect little happy family. In reality, it was probably once a week or every other week. We were all yelling at each other. My mom is packing up, resenting everyone for not helping. And my dad's like, hurry up, we got to hurry so we can go relax. So Instagram versus reality, I guess. But
yeah, that's just, the rose-colored glasses of nostalgia. I think we all
totally. We remember it the way we want to.
Alex and I talk about this all the time, especially millennials. I feel like we're a very nostalgic generation in general. I mean, my dad used to tease me all the time when I was like already still little or teenager, that I was like the most nostalgic person he'd ever met. And he was like, how are you already so nostalgic? You're still a kid.
We were the generation where everything started to fall apart and be really raw and honest. And we're hanging on to that. Like, well, I wanted it ideal.
Exactly.
What's some of those deepest regret you have?
I always knew that I wanted to be a performer. There was nothing else that I wanted to do. And I studied dance in college. It was kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, acting, singing, or dancing. I was just a better dancer. So I got in a dance program. My junior year of college, I studied in Spain because I wanted to learn Spanish. But they think that's really hilarious to have a dance degree in Spain. That doesn't exist over there. So I had to put my dance degree on hold and pursue my second major, which was Filología, Spanish language. But I still wanted to keep dancing. So I took flamenco classes in Spain. And that was its own conquering moment because the head of the department was like, oh, it's just something you have to grow up with. You can't learn it in a year. And I was like, watch me. And then I invited her to the end of the year performance where I was the only American. And she was like, oh, you did learn it. So anyway, I came back with a knowledge of Spanish and also this new knowledge of flamenco. And I was pursuing musical theater, but I hadn't gotten out of my San Diego bubble yet. I didn't feel like I was ready. And so I was auditioning locally and still training dance-wise. And I auditioned first for this local Christian community theater production of West Side Story, where I was cast as a shark. So I had gone to the audition. I'd acquired the non-paid role, but we hadn't started rehearsals yet. I got a letter in the mail or an email, I forget, from the Old Globe Theater in San Diego.
Old Globe Theater, a renowned, historically important professional theater in San Diego. Founded in 1935, it is California's oldest professional theater, and it was modeled after Shakespeare's original Globe Theater in London.
That I really had no idea the caliber of the Old Globe. And they invited me to audition for Carmen, the musical. And I labored over it for about a day. And I thought, you know what? It conflicts with this show that I already accepted. And I want to be an actor with integrity and say yes when I mean yes. And I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So I wrote a handwritten letter saying, thank you so much. I won't be able to attend the audition because I already have a previous engagement that I've committed to. as a shark girl in West Side Story at a Christian community theater. So later, years later, I think I told my aunt who's big into theater, and she was like, "You did what?" So I didn't even go to the audition. It wasn't like I had the job and I turned it down. I didn't even take the chance to audition for a Broadway bound musical. And yes, it did go to Broadway after that. And I was fresh out of Spain with a really solid knowledge of flamenco, which I'm sure not a lot of people in San Diego had. So I don't know, maybe I missed my big break because I was trying to see.
I think that's more like a medium stakes regret.
I know it's not a word, but I've always thought it should be. I was trying to be integrious.
Integrious, adjective. Quote, a person with integrity, unquote. Credited to Becky Stout. Not an actual word, but according to the Oxford English Dictionary, it was in use in 1658.
Thought I was doing the right thing. Looking back, what an idiot.
And did you end up doing the full production of West Side Story?
Side Story? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I had a blast. It was fun.
I was also waiting for and then that production got canceled.
Oh, I know. That happened often in my career. But no, this time I did the production. It was not paid. And I did get an award at the end for, I don't remember what it was called, the Rose Award for
Integrity?
Integrity, probably.
When you're a shark, you have integrity. What is the strangest thing on your bucket list?
I really want to write a children's book for no reason. I don't intend it to be a moneymaker. I just kind of one of those things that I will feel fulfilled when I do it. So I actually started last week. I didn't even tell my husband.
That deserves a round of applause.
I'm just doing it in secret. And another one that I don't know if will ever happen, but I think it would be so awesome to be a cartoon voice of something. Just like to be the voice of an animated character sounds so fun. They don't see your face. It could be wild and weird and try out all kinds of funny, interesting voices. I mean, I do it every day with my children reading books. So why not put a character to it?
If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
It would be Dolly Parton. I think she is just an incredible person, so positive. I did meet her briefly at Radio City Music Hall when I was working there as a Rockette. And she was coming in to do something and we just crossed paths and she said, "Hi, honey, how you doing?" But I don't know her. And I think what's really cool is her long-lasting marriage and how she has kept it out of the public view and protected it. And she just adores her husband. She will write songs about Jolene, but she is completely devoted and faithful and loving to him. And so I think that's pretty special.
Are those the girls' initials on your necklace?
Yeah. Which happen to be S and M. But my initials are BS, so
love you.
Bye.
Bye.
To learn more about Becky, follow at Joyified Dance on Instagram.
For more fun content, follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram at lioness_inc_productions and on TikTok at lioness.inc.